reading of the preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute all its citizens. Their social, economic, political, liberty of expressions, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. Jai Hind. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Ajoy, to kindly introduce our distinguished resource person for today's lecture.
Thank you, Gauri. Good morning, respected dignitaries, teachers, and dear students. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate a very important day in the history of our nation, that is Constitution Day. The day when the Constitution of India was adopted in 1949, laying down the framework of our democracy and ensuring the fundamental rights of every citizen. It is indeed an honor for us that on this special occasion we have with us a distinguished personality as our chief guest and resource person, Advocate Prashant Ramakantrao Katneshwarkar sir. Sir completed his BSc LLB and enrolled as an advocate in year 1993. Since then, he has been practicing and is now a senior counsel in Bombay High Court bench at Aurangabad, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, handling a wide range of complex matters including arbitration, civil, criminal, constitutional, cooperative, labor, revenue, and service laws. Advocate Katneshwarkar sir also actively contributed to society through public interest litigations on significant social and environmental issues. One of the notable matters is PIL number 27/2021, which resulted in directions towards introducing the A4 paper facility in district judiciary, a step towards modernizing the court system. His connection with the judicial field is deeply rooted. His father, late Shri Ramakant Katneshwarkar sir, served as a respected judicial officer in various parts of Marathwada. Apart from his professional excellence, Sir is a passionate trekker who has successfully completed major treks in Himalayas. He firmly believes that living a healthy and disciplined lifestyle strengthens the growth and efficacy of an advocate in this noble profession. On a on a day where we celebrate the value enshrined in our Constitution and reflect upon the fundamental rights and duties of every citizen, having such an inspiring legal luminary with us makes this event truly meaningful. With great respect, I warmly welcome Advocate Prashant Ramakantrao Katneshwarkar sir on behalf of entire Manikchand Pahade Law College faculty, teachers, staff, and students on this auspicious occasion of Constitution Day. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Respected Principal Professor Dr. Aparna Kuttapalle, ma'am, for the welcome address. Ma'am, please grace the session.
Honorable Shri Katneshwarkar sir, all the faculty members in charge of law lecture series, Dr. Barhate, NSS coordinators, Girbane madam and Shirsat sir, and all the student friends. It gives me immense pleasure to address you all in a welcome address on the eve of Constitution Day. My dear students, we all know that our Constitution has provided us a dream, and that particular dream has come true. Since last 76 years, we have witnessed the development of our country. Not only the development pertaining to the infrastructure, pertaining to the science and technological developments, but a thread that binds all of us is the constitution, with which the moral values that are imbibed by our constitution in our mind, may it be equality, fraternity, apart from justice and liberty. My dear friends, please mind it well that fraternity is a thread wherein we must have further attention in today's scenario, wherein if we want to continue with the legacy that has been given to us by not only the freedom fighters but the constitution makers, that is constituent assembly, if we really want to walk on a path, all those four values, those have been given by the constitution makers to us, we must follow that principle, those values in our life. We find everywhere around the globe, one may say, in the context, today's context, that either there are war situations, there is violence, the unsettled situation, turbulences everywhere. But then we really feel proud that we, the Indians, we are living in such a way wherein rather peaceful, cohesive, and harmonious, not only inside, but if we just look at the relations which we have with the neighboring countries or the other developing countries, certainly we find that we are here just for the reason that our constitution has made us strong. May it be the inside relations, may it be outside relations, maintenance of peace, harmony, that is possible only with the values that are enshrined in the constitution, and for the reason that we are walking on the path. So today, on this occasion, this constitution day, I wish you all the best. Let us further imbibe those values which are enshrined in the constitution, and let us work for the dream come true that is left till now to be achieved. Though majority of the areas we have achieved, but then there is always a possibility to achieve more greater than whatever we have achieved. So wish you all the best, and I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to give you welcome address. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Now, I invite our coordinator, Dr. Shirtal Barhate, ma'am, to briefly introduce the theme of today's special lecture.
Thank you, Gauri. Respected resource person, Advocate Prashant Katneshwarkar, sir, Senior Counsel, High Court of Bombay Bench at Aurangabad, Principal in Charge, Dr. Kotapalli Madam, IQC Coordinator, Jadhav sir, NSS Coordinator, Dr. Girbane Madam, Dr. Shrisat sir, other faculty members, and dear students. A very good morning to all of you. Today, as we gather here through online platform to celebrate Constitution Day, definitely we have to pay tribute to the remarkable vision of the famous of our Indian Constitution. Constitution, which is a document that does not merely govern us, but guide us towards justice, liberty, equality, and the fraternity. Drafted under the chairmanship of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and adopted on 26 November 1949, our constitution stands as one of the longest and most progressive in the world. Celebrating this day, it reminds us to every citizen that our identity as a citizen is rooted in democratic value, equality, and justice. Now, as far as today's topic of special lecture is concerned, that is importance of fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Students, at the heart of this constitution, there are two pillars, fundamental rights and fundamental duties, which are there in part 3rd and part 4th A of Indian Constitution. Rights, definitely they empower us. Duties, they remind us about our responsibilities. Rights protect our dignity. Duties reminds us about the citizenship. That is, it is not just about enjoying freedom, but also respecting the constitution, valuing our national heritage, promoting harmony, protecting environment. Constitution Day, it is not only a celebration or a remembrance of the past, rather it is an invitation to engage with the present and shape the future. Let us reaffirm our commitment to protecting our rights and performing our duties so that ideals which are ancient in our Indian Constitution become a live reality for all. With this thought, I welcome you all in this session on importance of fundamental rights and fundamental duties. May this discourse by our respected resource person inspire us to become informed, responsible, and compassionate citizens of India. Thank you so much. Over to you, Gauri.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing today's theme. It's now time for the most important part of our program. I respectfully invite our esteemed resource person, Advocate Prashant Katneshwarkar sir, Senior Counsel, High Court of Bombay, Aurangabad bench to deliver his special lecture. Sir, the platform is yours.
Honorable Chairman of Marathwada Legal and General Education Society, Srimati Kalpalata Bharaswarkar Madam, who is also my colleague in High Court, respected Principal of Manikchand Pahade Law College, Dr. Aparna Kotapalle, faculty members, Dr. P.R. Girbane, Dr. S.G. Shirsat, Dr. S.S. Bharate, and Mr. A.D. Jadhav. A very warm and proud good morning to you all, respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, my dear law students, and the friends. In very short time, I got myself ready to deliver or share few words with you on this auspicious day, that is a Constitution Day. Today is a great day. We have gathered to celebrate one of the significant days in the history of our nation, that is called as Constitution Day or Samvidhan Divas. In 1949, on 26 November, the Constituent Assembly adopted the Constitution of India, a document that would shape the destiny of more than 1.3 billion people and serve as backbone of the world's largest democracy. For ordinary citizens, Constitution Day is a reminder of their law rights. For law enforcing institutions, it is a reminder of their limitations. But for law students, this day holds proud meaning. एक विचार करा, 1947 साली भारत स्वतंत्र झाला. हा एवढा मोठा देश, वेगवेगळे जमीनदार, इनामदार, राजे, महाराजे, उच्च जात, निम्न जात, गरीब, श्रीमंत, एवढ्या मोठ्या देशाला एकत्र आणलं ते सरदार वल्लभभाई पटेलांनी. जसं पहिला नंबर मिळवणं हे अवघड तर असतंच, पण त्यापेक्षा तो नंबर सातत्याने टिकवणं हे फार अवघड असतं. त्यामुळे हा देश एकसंध झाला खरा, पण तो एकसंध राहिला पाहिजे, ही सगळ्यात मोठी जबाबदारी होती. आणि ही जबाबदारी सोपवण्यात आली डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर यांच्यावर, की तुम्ही अशी एक घटना बनवा, असा एक सुप्रीम कायदा बनवा की ज्याद्वारे ह्या देशातल्या सगळ्या लोकांचे अधिकार मध्ये स्वातंत्र्य असो, सगळ्या लोकांच्या जबाबदाऱ्या, एकोपा, संधी या सगळ्यांना मिळाल्या पाहिजेत. कोणताही एक ग्रुप भाषेवरून, जातीवरून, धर्मावरून एकमेकांच्या विरुद्ध गेला नाही पाहिजे. सगळ्यांच्या अधिकाराची जोपासना झाली पाहिजे. या हिशोबाने त्यांच्यावर ही जबाबदारी सोपवण्यात आली आहे. आणि ह्या अनुषंगाने नाव being law students, for you who are the heirs of the Constitution's legacy, you are the future to interpret of its spirit. You are the custodians who will defend it when the Constitution will be challenged. Because the Constitution makers framed Constitution, gave it to this country, but now it is your challenge to defend it whenever it is violated. Today, I want to share with you a reflective, comprehensive understanding of the importance of fundamental rights and fundamental duties, their evolution, their challenges in modern India, and the significant role which you should play as a future legal professionals. You must play a role in strengthening the constitutional democracy. Now let us begin by diving into the history and philosophy that gave rise to this constitutional ideals. Constitution is not a law, but it is a larger than law. Constitution gives birth to every law. कोणताही कायदा बनवताना पहिला प्रश्न विचारण्यात येतो की हा घटनेवर आधारित आहे का आणि घटनेप्रमाणे बनवण्यात आला आहे का. हे टेस्ट करायचं काम हे ज्युडिशियरी म्हणजे कोर्टाकडे असतं. The framing of the Constitution was not just a legal process, but an extraordinary social revolution. The Constituent Assembly, consisting of scholars, visionaries, social reforms, and national leaders, met over for 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days to deliberate on the values that would guide us, this newly independent nation. या लोकांनी अष्टप्रहर रात्रंदिवस सारखे डिबेट केले, चर्चा केल्या, जगातल्या सगळ्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनचा अभ्यास केला, त्यातले लूपहोल शोधले, त्याच्यातले फेल्युअर शोधले, ते दुरुस्त करून आपली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कशी असावी या संबंधी कष्ट केले आणि मग आपली कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनवण्यात आली. इंडिया in 1947 was a land of torn by poverty, partition, inequality, illiteracy, and deep social divisions. Despite this, our founding fathers dreamed not just of political independence, but of transformative constitutionalism. The belief that a constitution can reshape society. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the principal architect, called the Constitution a vehicle of life, a tool through which we could over time achieve social and economic justice. The framers knew that the state alone cannot create a just society. Lawmakers, legislatures, executives, bureaucrats, they cannot create a just society. A democratic nation thrives only when its citizens enjoy guaranteed rights and shoulder moral responsibility. अधिकार आणि जबाबदारी हे जर हातात हात घालून चालले तरच हा देश महान बनेल. A democratic nation thrives only when its citizens enjoy their rights. This dual structure, rights and duties, which is the main topic of today's lecture, forms the foundation of part 3 and part 4 of our constitution. आपल्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हे वेगवेगळ्या चॅप्टर्स मध्ये विभागलेलं गेलेलं आहे, वेगवेगळ्या पार्ट्स मध्ये विभागले गेले, कारण ही खूप मोठी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आहे. पण कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनचा आत्मा गाभा हा त्याच्या पार्ट 3 आणि पार्ट 4 मध्ये आहे, की ज्याबद्दल आपण चर्चा करणार आहोत. नाउ फर्स्ट ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड what is mean by fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are the shields of liberty. ही एक तुमचं ढाल आहे, तुमच्या स्वातंत्र्याला टिकवून ठेवणारी, मजबूत करणारी ढाल आहे. Fundamental rights are often described as the heart and soul of the constitution. They ensure that every human being lives with dignity, freedom and equality. Please focus on these 3 words: dignity, freedom and equality. Let us explore each category in depth. Now, what is the right to equality? Saman adhikar. For that purpose, you will have to refer to Article 14 to Article 18 of the Constitution of India. Now, let us see what says Article 14. I will read Article 14. Please listen carefully. Equality before law. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of the laws within the territory of India. कायद्याचं संरक्षण सगळ्यांना मिळालं पाहिजे. एक पर्टिक्युलर जातीचा एक माणूस आहे, श्रीमंत माणूस आहे, त्याला एक कायदा, गरीबाला एक कायदा, हे आपल्या घटनेला अभिप्रेत नाही. सगळ्यांना समान कायदा लागू होईल. Then Article 15, I will read important line of this, that the prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. कोणत्याही व्यक्तीला, तो पर्टिक्युलर जातीचा आहे, धर्माचा आहे, रंगाचा आहे, किंवा तो इथे जन्मला, या राज्यात जन्मला, या आधारावर त्यांच्यात भेदभाव करता येणार नाही. सगळे समान आहेत. देन त्याच्यात डिस्क्राइब करताना पुढे म्हटलंय की एव्हरीबडी विल हॅव ऍक्सेस टू शॉप्स, पब्लिक रेस्टॉरंट्स, हॉटेल्स, प्लेसेस of public entertainment, the use of wells, tanks, bathing ghats, roads, places of public sector. 75 वर्षामध्ये आपण आता बराचसा पार्ट याच्यातला अचीव केला आहे. तरीही अजून मनामध्ये धार्मिक भावना, आर्थिक कमी जास्त पण हे अजूनही जोपासलं जातंय. जोपर्यंत ही दूरी, ही वर्तणूक बदलत नाही, आणि स्टुडंट्स म्हणून आणि सिटीजन म्हणून आपल्या सगळ्यांची जबाबदारी आहे की इक्वॅलिटी, प्रोहिबिशन टू डिस्क्रिमिनेशन याला आपण नुसत्या लेटर मध्ये महत्व द्यायची गरज नाही, तर याचं स्पिरिट मध्ये याला आपण अंमलात आणलं पाहिजे. आणि त्या दृष्टीने आपण घटना अंगीकारली पाहिजे, जगली पाहिजे. The framers placed equality first for the reason India was burdened by social hierarchies. हा उच्च जातीचा, तो नीच जातीचा. Caste discrimination, gender bias and centuries of inequality. Therefore, Article 14 enshrines and ensures equal treatment under the law, equal protection of the law. But equality is not sameness. सारखेपणा असून चालत नाही. The Supreme Court has repeatedly held that Article 14 permits reasonable classification as long as it is not arbitrary. जर एखाद्या वर्गावर पिढ्यानं पिढ्या अन्याय झाला असेल, एखादा मागासलेला असेल, तर इक्वॅलिटीच्या खऱ्या डेफिनेशन नुसार त्यांना वर आणणे, त्यांना उच्च शिक्षितांच्या बरोबरीने आणणे, हा खरा इक्वॅलिटीचा अर्थ आहे. त्यामुळे जर मागास भागाला, मागास जातीच्या लोकांना रिझर्वेशन देऊन, त्यांना संधी देऊन बरोबरीने आणायची जर सोय केली असेल, तर त्यालाच इक्वॅलिटी म्हणतात आणि तीच खऱ्या अर्थाने इक्वॅलिटी होईल असा आपल्या घटनेने अभिप्रेत केलेला आहे. Article 15, I just pointed out that it prohibits discrimination based on religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. Article 16 guarantees equal opportunity in public employment. आज नोकरीसाठी जायचं असेल, परीक्षा सगळ्यांनाच द्यावी लागते. इक्वल ट्रीटमेंट, इक्वल ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी. And Article 18 abolished titles, reminding us that in a democracy, dignity is earned, not inherited. Equality is not a destination. It is a continuous struggle, which we have seen for last 75 years. And yet, we have to achieve it, marching ahead. Every generation must fight to preserve it. Now we will switch to Article 19 to 22. These are the rights to freedom. विचार करा, स्वातंत्र्य नसतं तर आज या देशाची काय परिस्थिती असली असते. स्वातंत्र्य हे नुसतं देशालाच मिळालेलं नाही, तर स्वातंत्र्य हे प्रत्येक माणसाला मिळालेलं आहे. स्वातंत्र्य म्हणजे स्वैराचार नाही, मन मानेल तसं वागणं नाही. त्यामुळे reasonable restrictions on your behavior and freedom is permitted under the Act or under the Constitution. Now, right to freedom, these rights breathe life into democracy. They give citizens the space of think, speak, criticize, create, and live freely. Please remember these words. And further, Article 19 guarantees freedom of speech and expression. तुम्ही तुमचे विचार मोकळ्या मनाने समाजासमोर मांडू शकता. फ्रीडम ऑफ असेंब्ली, तुम्ही तुमचे ग्रुप बनवू शकता, तुम्ही तुमचं मंडळ बनवू शकता. फ्रीडम टू फॉर्म असोसिएशन, फ्रीडम ऑफ मूवमेंट, you can move anywhere in this country without anybody's permission. Freedom of residence, freedom of practice, any profession. आणि यामुळे एक युनिफिकेशन झालेलं आहे. आज तुम्हाला वकिली करायची असेल तर तुम्ही महाराष्ट्रातून जरी डिग्री घेतली असेल, तुम्ही दिल्लीत जाऊन वकिली करू शकता, तुम्ही तामिळनाडूत जाऊन वकिली करू शकता, तुम्हाला वाटेल तिथे जाऊन तुम्ही तुमचा व्यवसाय करू शकता. This is what the great achievement of our Constitution. Of this, freedom of speech is perhaps of more important. It always individuals to challenge authority, expose injustice, and spark social change. Freedom of speech ने तुम्ही तुमचे विचार मांडू शकता, तुम्ही अन्यायाविरुद्ध आवाज उठवू शकता, तुम्ही एक सामाजिक बदल घडवू शकता. बट रिमेंबर, Rights in Article 19 are not absolute. They come with reasonable restrictions. The key word being reasonable. तुमचं स्वातंत्र्य आहे, पण ते अमर्याद नाहीये. ते दुसऱ्यांना त्रास होईल असं कधीही नसतं. त्याच्यामुळे reasonable restriction, government can put it on your fundamental right, that is your freedom of speech, if it is abrogating others' freedom. Article 20 to 22 are against the arbitrary conviction, double jeopardy, self-incrimination, and unjust arrest of detention. So 20 to 22 gives you power to challenge the laws if it is not within the framework of the constitutional provision. So these freedoms collectively form the backbone of democratic participation. Now we will move to further articles 23 to 24. I have taken these rights in a bracket so that you will understand it properly. Now, third point of your right is right against exploitation. You will find it in Article 23, 24. These provisions prohibit human trafficking, forced labor, and child labor. See, this is the responsibility of students to see that whether these prohibited practices are going on around you, then you need to raise your voice. If there is a human trafficking, if you found anywhere forced labor or child labor. Now these rights protect the weak from the powerful and safeguard human dignity. India's progress is meaningless if built on exploitation. दुसऱ्याचा बळी घेऊन जर तुम्ही मोठे होणार असाल तर हा देश कधीही मोठा होणार नाही. These articles ensure that we move forward with our conscience. पुढे चालायचं असेल तर सतसत विवेक बुद्धीचा विचार आणि वापर प्रत्येक नागरिकाने केलाच पाहिजे. Now the next is right to freedom of religion, which you will find in Article 25 to 28. Everybody belongs to a particular religion. He has a right to profess his religion, but that profession should not harm, disturb others' religious feelings or activities. Now India choose secularism not as a rejection of religion, but as respect to all religions. Secularism in India means equal respect for all faiths, no state religion, freedom to practice, profess, and propagate one's faith. In a country as diverse as ours, these rights preserve peace and unity. तुम्ही तुमच्या धर्माचं पालन करा. ते पालन करायचा, त्याला प्रोटेक्ट करायचा अधिकार घटनेने दिला आहे. पण त्याच वेळेस इतर धर्मांचाही आदर करा. त्यांच्याशी शत्रुता बाळगू नका आणि एकोप्याने राहा. हे आपलं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आपल्याला शिकवतं. नाउ राईट टू रेमेडीज. दिस इज ऑल्सो व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. हे सगळं आता आपण जे वाचलं, ऐकलं, समजून घेतलं, या सगळ्या अधिकारांची जर कायदे मंडळाने पायमल्ली केली, कायदाच बनवताना एखाद्याच्या लिबर्टीचा, स्वातंत्र्याचा विचार केला नाही, इलिगल डिटेन्शन, जसं आणीबाणीच्या काळात झालं होतं. अशा प्रकारच्या जर घटना घडू लागल्या तर नागरिकांना प्रोटेक्शन कुठे मिळेल? त्यासाठी सगळ्यात महत्वाचं आर्टिकल जे लॉ स्टुडंट्सला माहिती पाहिजे की कोर्ट has a power to protect our fundamental rights, and therefore there is a constitutional remedy under Article 32 of the Constitution of India. And Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar described Article 32 as the heart and soul of the Constitution. 32 is the Supreme Court's power to protect the fundamental rights. So this is said to be heart and soul of the Constitution. Many lawyers, many philosophers says, if this article is removed, then this will be a dead piece of wood. It will be no use. Why this is said? Because without enforcement, rights are merely decorative. Article 32 empowers citizens to approach the Supreme Court directly when their rights are violated. It transforms the Constitution from a theoretical document to a living entity. The expanding horizon of the fundamental rights, you can see over the years, judicial interpretation has expanded. Every day you find news. सर्वोच्च न्यायालयाने असे आदेश दिले, सर्वोच्च न्यायालयाने कायदा रद्द केला. का केला? तर तो घटनेच्या विरुद्ध तयार करण्यात आला होता, लोकांच्या अधिकारांची पायमल्ली करत होता, म्हणून तो रद्द करण्यात आला. So the Supreme Court has expanded the meaning of fundamental rights, especially Article 21, a right to life and the personal liberty. The Supreme Court has interpreted Article 21 includes, आता जे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मध्ये नाहीये, जे शब्द स्पेसिफिक वापरलेत आहेत, पण बाय वे ऑफ इंटरप्रिटेशन सुप्रीम कोर्टने सांगितलं आहे की राईट टू प्रायव्हसी, because with advent of this technology it became important. Right to privacy, right to clean environment, right to education, right to livelihood, right to shelter, right to legal aid, right to dignified life, all are now included in a right to life. So Constitution only says right to life is protected, but right to life includes all these things. स्वच्छ हवा, स्वच्छ पाणी, राहायला जागा, एक डिग्निफाईड लाईफ, या सगळ्यांचं इन्क्लुजन म्हणजे राईट टू लाईफ. नाउ इन मॉडर्न इंडिया there are several challenges to these fundamental rights. Even after 75 years of our constitution, fundamental rights face numerous challenges. Being law student, you know it in a better way. Now see, the glaring example is hate speech and misuse of free speech. बोलण्याचा अधिकार दिला म्हणून काही बोलायचं, दुसऱ्यांच्या भावनांचा विचार करायचा नाही, समाजामध्ये दुफळी निर्माण होईल, वाद निर्माण होतील, समाज एकमेकांपासून दूर जाईल, अशी भाषणं द्यायचे म्हणजे तुमचा राईट टू स्पीच नाहीये. त्यामुळे आता आपल्या समोर राईट टू फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच हा काय असावा आणि याचा दुरुपयोग, मिसयूज कसा थांबवावा, हे एक फार मोठं चॅलेंज आहे. देन थ्रेट्स टू प्रायव्हसी. आज तुम्ही कधी उठता, काय वापरता, कुठे जाता, काय नाही, या टेक्निकल आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजन्समुळे तुमचा सगळा डाटा हा एका विशिष्ट लोकांच्या हातात जातो आणि त्याचा ते मिसयूज करू शकतात. त्याच्यामुळे सगळ्यात महत्वाचं थ्रेट टू अवर प्रायव्हसी, बिकॉज इन दिस डिजिटल एज सर्वेलन्स, data mining and AI poses new risk. Gender inequality, स्त्री पुरुष समानता, वर्षानुवर्ष आपण ऐकत आलेला शब्द आहे, पण आजही आपल्याला जाणवतं की समाजामध्ये खऱ्या अर्थाने स्त्री पुरुष समानता आलेली नाही. सो दिस इज अ स्टिल चॅलेंज बिफोर अस आफ्टर 75 years. Women are not getting proper representation in the society in various fields. So therefore, despite legal protection, crimes against women, wage gaps, कंपनीत जा, कुठेही जा, पुरुषाला पगार किती, स्त्रीला पगार किती, there is a huge considerable gap. Societal barriers still persist. Now next challenge is caste based discrimination. 75 वर्षापासून घटना सांगते या देशात जाती व्यवस्था, वर्ण व्यवस्था अबॉलिश झालेली आहे. पण आज तुम्ही डोळे उघडे ठेवून जर समाजात वावरला तर तुम्हाला बऱ्याच ठिकाणी यू फाइंड caste based discrimination. Although Article 17 abolishes untouchability, still it survives in social, economic, and political spaces. And it is our responsibility to see that this should be uprooted, removed in all respect. Environmental degradation. Our right to life is endangered by pollution, climate change, and unsustainable practices. Differential access to justice. Rights mean little if people cannot afford legal representation. आपण आपल्या अधिकाराविरुद्ध जर कोर्टात जाऊ शकत नाही तर तो अधिकार देऊन फायदा काय? आपल्याला त्या अधिकाराविरुद्ध दाद मागता आली पाहिजे. पण आजही बऱ्याच ठिकाणी गरीब लोकांवर अत्याचार होतात, पण ते कोर्टात जाऊन न्याय मागू शकत नाहीत. तर घटनेच्या खऱ्या अर्थाने दिलेले मूलभूत अधिकार हे लोकांना मिळायला पाहिजे. हे शासनाचं, पॉलिटिकल लोकांचं काम नाहीये. तर हे तुमचं, माझं, स्टुडंट्स, प्रोफेसर्स, whosoever may be educated citizen, he should see that every citizen, every backward, every economically oppressed person should enjoy the benefits of our constitution. And for that purpose, we have to celebrate and remind ourselves the day that is a Constitution Day. Now we will come to the next part of our Constitution that you will find in part 4, that is fundamental duties, which we always neglect. While fundamental rights empower the individual, fundamental duties listed under Article 51A remind citizens of their moral obligations. आपली नैतिक जबाबदारी काय आहे? They were added by 42nd Amendment in 1976. Previously, this article was not there because people were interested in getting their rights, but they forgot about what should be their responsibility and duties. And in the year 1976, this Article 51A came to be added, by 86th Amendment and expanded by the 86th Amendment in 2002. Now, Dr. Ambedkar, what said about this is that, please listen carefully and imbibe in your mind that, I will quote, real democracy means recognizing both rights and duties. Now let us explore what are these duties. Duty to abide by the Constitution in respect of ideals. This means respecting democracy, secularism, social justice, and equality in practice, not just in words. Duty to cherish the noble ideals of the freedom struggle. People fought for freedom, but we need to bring their dreams into reality. We must remember the sacrifice of those who fought for our independence and ensure that their dreams of equality, unity, and justice live on. Please remember, try to see those days when there was no technology, no phones, no mobiles. Despite that, entire nation, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Bombay to Calcutta, united together. Every citizen fought for freedom. They served under the rule of British, but they fought for our freedom. Now, maintaining of this freedom and unity of country is our responsibility. And therefore, we need to protect sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. This is not just a duty of soldiers who are on borders. It is the duty of every citizens. We are also soldiers. We are soldiers of Constitution, and therefore it is our duty to avoid actions that divide the nation and threaten to its security. Duty to promote harmony and brotherhood in a diverse society like India. Harmony is essential for peace. This duty combats communalism, casteism, and intolerance. Duty to preserve the rich heritage of our culture. India's arts, languages, traditions, and knowledge systems are the treasures. Protecting them is protecting India itself. And therefore, it is our duty to maintain and preserve this great heritage which we received, inherited. Duty to protect and improve natural environment. The most crucial in these days is the pollution. Natural beauty of this country. Who will protect it? We will protect it. This oath needs to be taken on this auspicious day. Our constitution was far ahead of its time in placing environmental protection as a civic body. In the world facing climate crisis, this duty is more relevant than ever. Duty to develop scientific temper and spirit of inquiry. This is a crucial for lawyers. Public property is nation's wealth. Destroying it harms citizens, not the government. Duty urges that to strive and excellence, to be the best version in themselves, professionally, ethically, and personally. duty of parents and guardians to provide education to children. Education is the foundation of democracy. This duty ensures that every child receives opportunities for growth. So now I will request everyone today on this day at least read Article 51A of the Constitution of India. Check out the duties which just I explained to you and see that how you follow and sincerely observe the duties which are endorsed on you by the Constitution. Why these duties are important? A society that speaks only rights becomes selfish and chaotic. Therefore, duties are also important. A society that focuses only on duties becomes authoritarian, and therefore rights and duties must be balanced. Please see, तुम्ही नुसत्याच अधिकारांची मागणी करत गेलात तर ते सुद्धा राज्य वेगळ्याच दिशेला जाईल, आणि नुसतं नियमांच्या ड्युटीजच्या मागे लागलात आणि महत्वाची गोष्ट विसरलात वरचा फंडामेंटल राईट्सचा, तर ते सुद्धा एखाद्या अनार्किल सिच्युएशन कडे जाईल. म्हणून दोघांचा बॅलन्स ठेवणं हा अतिशय महत्वाचा आहे. नाव त्याच्यासाठी फॉर एक्झाम्पल we have the right to free speech, but also a duty not to spread hate. We have right to equality, but also a duty to treat others equally. We have a right of life, but also a duty to protect the environment, meaning thereby the right of others. Rights create empowered citizens. Duties create responsible citizens. So you should be empowered citizens as well as responsible citizens. Together, they create a just society, which we are in dire need. Now, let us come to your role as a law students, because you are torch bearers of the society. You are going to be leaders of the society. Rather say, you are leaders of the society. The responsibility to unite, respect, and maintain this country, its constitution, is of yours. You are both guardians and critics of the legal system. Let me outline now your responsibilities on this important day. So first responsibility of every law student is to understand the constitution deeply. Go beyond the text. पुस्तकात अडकून पडू नका. Read debates, read judgments, commentaries, and comparative constitutional law. प्रत्येक लॉ स्टुडंट्सला माझी एक विनंती राहील की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेंचेस जसं केशवानंद भारती, सज्जन सिंग, ज्या वेळेस कायद्याचा गहन प्रश्न निर्माण झाला आहे त्यावेळेस इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन साठी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेंचची स्थापना झाली. इट मे बी 7 जजेस, 9 जजेस, sometimes 5 judges. Please read those judgments from para 1 to para last. Read those discussions, how judges apply their minds, interpret the constitution. Please see this and enrich yourself in law, constitution. Second responsibility is defend rights, especially of a marginalized. A lawyer must be the voice of voiceless persons, the shield of oppressed, poor. You should see that every voiceless, poor, oppressed person should get justice. Promote constitutional values in every day of your life. Equality, dignity, secularism, and justice must reflect in your behavior, decisions, and interactions in the society. Fight injustice fearlessly. कोणत्याही गोष्टीला घाबरू नका. तुम्ही जर बरोबर असाल, तुम्ही जर कायद्याने व्यवस्थित आणि चुकीचं वागत नसताल तर कधीही घाबरू नका. पण नियम पाळा. साधा नियम आहे सिग्नलवर. सिग्नलवर लाईट, लाल लाईट, ग्रीन लाईट न बघता गाडी चालवणे म्हणजे कायदा मोडणे. माझी विनंती आहे की आज जे कोणी लेक्चर्सला हजर असतील त्यांनी रोजच्या आयुष्यामध्ये अगदी छोटे नियम असो. तुम्हाला कोणी जर म्हटलं तुमची गाडी नो पार्किंग मध्ये तर त्याच्यामध्ये इगो दुखावल्यासारखं वागू नका. शांतपणे पार्किंगच्या प्लेस मध्ये जागा व्हा. तुमच्या आजूबाजूचे लाल सिग्नल असताना निघून गेले तर आपण एकटंच का थांबायचं ऑड वाटतंय. या प्रमाणे तुम्ही पण पुढे जायचा प्रयत्न करू नका. You follow the rules because it is you. You should imbibe a discipline in yourself first, and thereafter you can teach to others that you are following the rules. So this is what my request to all the students and lawyers, that fight for injustice fearlessly and to gather courage to fight that. You yourself should be a disciplined and law-abiding citizen. Maintain professional integrity when you will enter into law. Never compromise ethics for profit. Don't look at money. Money will come behind you. You see that you are going to be the best lawyer. I am told that the most of the students are of first year. You have to complete your education and then enter the profession. But see that right from beginning, you should thrive. Focus on your study. Work hard. Read more. And become a strong lawyer with strong integrity and discipline. Follow. Now I will come to the concluding part of my speech about the constitutional morality, which is the need of our Dr. Ambedkar warned India that the biggest challenge would be maintaining constitutional morality, the commitment to uphold constitutional values even when nobody is watching. You should follow and observe the constitution. म्हणून म्हणलं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वाचा आणि त्याचबरोबर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जगायला शिका. वाचणं सोपं आहे, त्याच्यासोबत जगणं चॅलेंजिंग आहे आणि ते चॅलेंज तुम्ही स्वीकारायला पाहिजे. त्याच्यासाठी लक्षात ठेवा, you should respect the spirit of the constitution, safeguarding pluralism, avoiding majoritarian arrogance, ensuring rule of law, protecting individual liberties, and strengthening the institutions. Without constitutional morality, even the best written constitution collapses. Your generation must internalize these values. The constitution and its observance is the future of India. As India advances technologically, politically, and socially, New challenges will arise even henceforth. Artificial intelligence and privacy, genetic engineering and ethics, cyber crimes and digital security, climate change and environmental justice, increasing inequality, globalization versus nationalization, protecting democracy in the age of information manipulation. Now, the Constitution must evolve with society. Judges, lawyers, lawmakers must interpret in its wisdom, sensitivity, and foresight. As law students, you will shape this evolution. So you are now, as expected, are supposed to evaluate the Constitution with changes which are forthcoming and we can foresee. On this Constitution Day, let us reflect on the remarkable gift we have inherited. Our Constitution is not just a legal document, it is a moral compass, a social contract, a guardian of liberties, a promise of equality, a promise of friendship, blueprint for justice. But it survives not because it is on a written paper, but it survives because it lives in the hearts of you, of me, and all the citizens. Being law students, I urge very humbly and respectfully that understand your rights, practice your duties, uphold constitutional morality, defend justice, promote equality, and strengthen democracy, serve the society. Let the Constitution not remain in book of our shelf or even in your bags. Let it become the philosophy of your life. Let us resolve today that we will honor the legacy of our founding fathers, that we will stand firm in the face of injustice, that we will protect the rights of all citizens, and that we will carry forward the spirit of the Constitution with pride and integrity. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening and insightful session. To express gratitude, I invite Dr. Pratibha Girbhane ma'am, NSS Program Officer, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Gauri. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks for this special lecture which was organized on the occasion of Constitution Day. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Senior Counsel Advocate Katneshwarkar sir, for delivering such an insightful lecture. Sir, your guidance has truly inspired all our students. I extend my sincere thanks to our respected Principal Dr. Aparna Kotapalle Madam for her constant support and also for giving gracious welcome address in today's event. My special appreciations to Dr. Sheetal Barhate Madam, Coordinator of Law Lectures, for coordinating this program and also for giving warm introduction of today's lecture. I also appreciate the efforts taken by our student volunteers, Gauri Bosre for wonderful anchoring and Shivam Sauji for formal introduction of our distinguished guest. We are grateful to our IQC coordinator, Professor Abhay Jadhav sir, NSS program officer, Dr. A.J. Shirsat sir, and all our respected faculty members for their support in organizing this event smoothly. I also acknowledge the encouragement of our management members whose motivation has helped us to conduct such meaningful academic activities. Last but not least, I am expressing my heartfelt gratitude to all our students who have actively participated and made this program very successful. Once again, thank you all for joining this event. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so much,
ma'am.
sir.
With this, we conclude our program for today. Thank you everyone for your presence, support and enthusiasm. Wishing you all very meaningful Constitution Day. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
We declare that the program is over. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kotapalla ma'am.
Thank you, madam, for organize this event, this program.
Thanks, Jadoo sir.
Thank you, Dada sir.